Hello everyone, my name is Michael. I've recently started the YouTube channel with the intent of helping others as I see so many people struggle with their finances. I've increased my net worth by $1 million in less than 4 years, and I am on track to become a multi-millionaire in 2022. Hopefully you'll learn a thing or two to become successful in building wealth. To become rich, you don't have to do something extraordinary, rare, or be lucky. You don't have to cheat the system. You don't have to trick people into giving you money. You don't have to be a super genius with the loophole. You don't have to be a sleazebag to become successful. And you don't have to be a porn mogul. The belief that it's not possible for people to become rich like other people. It's just easier to watch Netflix all day because you have no chance at becoming great anyways. Whatever the reason the brain tells you that you can't be rich, or you're simply comfortable in your own life and afraid to take on what you think is a risk. There is a process to make money which involves a lot of drive, determination, and hard work. A lazy slob can accomplish something great. You give a person a controller and he can be a godly gamer. It's simple. The play, work at, the game, over and over until they become insanely good. It's difficult to become an expert at the game. In order to master the game, if you put enough time and effort into what you want, you will be good at it. Money making is the same type, hard. It's not rare, unlucky, or about beating the odds. It's something if you do over and over, focus with all of your energy, and adapt the mindset of a winner, you will become good at it. Just like the video games. It's a mindset. Remove all of the poisonous beliefs that has disabled you and replace them with the same beliefs successful people have. The pillars that they live by and the backbones of their success. I believe this is a must-know to anyone seeking to build wealth. While there are many pillars of wealth, I'm focusing on two that really stood out to me. The first pillar I'll be talking about is adopting an abundance mindset. Belief is abundance. Money is similar to the dating world. Don't be the freaky weirdo, the guy who freezes up simply because a nervous guy has the belief there's finite number of girls in the world. Be the person that's yourself and speak your find. Believe in abundance and move on if the person is not right for you. Remember, the worst that can happen is that they'll say no, they're not interested, and you move on. You learn from your failures and eventually increase your chances of success. There are infinite number of money in the world. Have an open mindset and take calculated risk to continue to grow. Abundance is progress and scarcity is lack of progress. The second pillar that I'll talk about, and I'll definitely go in more depth, is forgetting the what if and focusing on the what is. So what's holding you back from becoming rich? Think about it. Then say it out loud or write it down. You can pause the video, take a moment and then resume. Take on the problems as they arise and don't worry too much about potentially what may happen. People focus too much on the what if, get the perfection paralysis, which would cause them to never really start. I'll have two examples. The first example I'll be going over is going to be a bit extreme and made up, but it does happen in the real world. And the second example pertains to my personal experience. So the first example here is there are two car salesmen that were hired at the same time, with the same education, same background, and work experience. Salesman number one, let's call him Alex. On day one of work, Alex read an article about a salesman getting sued by the customer because they gave him incorrect information. So Alex spent the whole day reading books to avoid potentially being sued. At the end of the day, Alex has 0 car sales. Salesman number two, let's call him Bob. Bob spent all day on the dealership floor talking to customers, did his best to sell cars. Bob went home that day and quickly realized he's a crappy salesman. He needs to work on his sales pitch, so he spent a few hours on Google researching how to deliver a sales pitch. At the end of the day, Bob also has 0 car sales. Next day, Alex was talking to the other sales staff and realized he doesn't know anything about cars. So he spent all day learning the features and the specification of all the cars. At the end of day 2, Alex has 0 car sales. Bob came into work ready to deliver his new sales pitch to the customer after some research from the previous night. At the end of day 2, Bob sold 1 car. Bob got home that day and realized he needed to learn the basic features and specification of the cars. So he spent a couple hours researching the detail. From day 3 to day 6, Alex realized he doesn't have any sales skills. So he spent all his time learning how to sell and read multiple books on how to sell and what mistakes to avoid. Alex has sold 0 cars. Bob sold a total of 5 cars between day 3 to day 6. Bob had a customer complaint, so he ended up refunding the customer and learned that he gave the incorrect car specifications. In total, for the 6 days, Bob sold a total of 5 cars. Day 2, he sold 1 car, and between day 3 to day 6, he sold 5 cars. But he had to refund one of the customer. So a total of sales is 5. The dealership manager on day 7 said that Bob was doing a great job as a starter and is on track to be one of the top sellers. When Alex asked the manager, what about the 1 car that was refunded by the upset customer? The manager said it was normal and part of doing business. The point was, Bob was selling cars. Manager also told Alex, you have sold 0 cars since you've been here. You need to sell a car by the end of day today or you're fired. Because Alex has no experience, Alex was not able to sell a car by the end of the day, and so he was laid off. The moral of the story, don't try to solve all of the problems. You'll just need to start and learn as you go. So many people are worried of the what ifs, which they end up never starting at all because they're not focusing on the what is. Don't fall into the perfection paralysis. So I'll admit myself, I fell victim to the perfection paralysis, which I ended up not starting several business ideas I had in mind. One of them was the photography business. I always enjoyed taking pictures in general, so I spent a lot of time researching the pros and cons of the business. I spent hours developing the website, putting together my pricing package, and purchasing all of the equipment. My mistake was I actually never went out to sell my skills to others. Instead, I've only been focusing on learning and not actually getting the real life experience. I did so much research, I ended up not doing the most important part, which is getting the clients. So I've recently started a YouTube channel with the intent of helping others living from paycheck to paycheck. This is also something that keeps me on my toes to continue to improve and learn by teaching others. While I don't make money today from this YouTube channel, hopefully one day it will change. If not, at least I'll continuously improve and invest in myself. So you truly learn when you make a mistake. So it's better for you to just quickly start and make the mistake so you can move on and become better. So what if you're poor for the rest of your life? Get rid of the what if mindset and adopt a what is mindset. Is the fact that you might be rejected worse than regretting never even trying? The fear of looking back in life, knowing that I've tried, outweighs the fear of never trying. Due to this, do not be afraid by the little doubts that hold you back. I'm gonna give thank you to Alex Becker, the author of the 10 Pillars of Wealth. I was inspired by the reading that I had to share. I'm not sponsored, nor I make any money from this book. I just really enjoy reading. If you have Amazon Prime, by the way, you can also read this book for free. I'll add the link below on the description box. Please like, subscribe, and press that bell notification so you'll be notified of new videos post weekly, talking about anything related to money. Thank you for watching. Bye.